Okay, so it's been a little while since I've made an update video, but funny enough, I don't really know, like, I don't really have anything I'm updating towards. But I'll just say, like, my progress so far. So for now, is like copywriting. I'm trying to battle it. So, like, the things that I'm just, I was confused before, but I feel like now I'm a lot, like, I'm not just having more clarity, more and more and more. But also, another thing itself is like, I want to start thinking more about my future. And when I say future, like both long term and short term. So for short term now, like the way I'm seeing it now, we're going to go back to school this coming week. So probably this week we're entering. Today is what? Today is like 7th, 6th or 7th October as I'm recording this. So this coming week, sure, we're probably going to resume. So has resumed like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but like we at home, yeah, are going to like go back to school. Let me find somewhere to sit down. So we're going to go back to school, and I just thought like I don't want my school year, or like I don't want this semester to be like the way it was all the previous semesters. The first 2 ways I don't want it to be is like, first of all, academically, like not like I'm starting to care about school, like oh school, like I still know for a fact that school is like nonsense. See, if you are not planning of being like maybe a medical doctor or like an engineer or like a programmer or like a dermatology, like if you don't have like a specific career in mind, like because many people shit on school is not really bad. I think it's just bad for most people because most people don't know what they want to do, and b, most people don't, like the degree most people are pursuing is just trash. So like I was saying, if it's not like a solid degree, like like me now, I live in Nigeria. So literally somebody from here now can sit down, maybe as he's 17 or 18 about to enter university, or even maybe he's already in school, maybe he's in his second or third year. He can actually start to really think about his future and think that's okay. Like my uncles, for example, they like two of them at this point, or three of them at this point, have migrated from Nigeria to like Canada or the US. And the funny thing is that the common denominator three of them had, the thing that carried them there is like they went like did some tech related course like program or something, and they got the certification and they were able to like apply for a job there and all that. So like isn't that many people we don't really fancy job and everything like that. Yeah, it's kind of tedious to sit down. Like we don't really fancy job and everything like that, which is kind of fair and true. But like somebody that is maybe from Nigeria now, for example, like like maybe someone like myself or someone that comes from like a little lesser privileged place. But even someone like myself, not like I'm saying lesser privileged as if we're rich. Well, like, I'm not fucking rich, but I'm going to be a millionaire one day. I've said it many times. But like right now we're really broke, right? So somebody like me now, that is 20 years old, can actually sit down, or 18 or 17, actually like start thinking about his future, which pretty much almost nobody does, especially people around this age range, 16, 18, 20, 20, like almost nobody really thinks about their future. Especially while they are in school. But anyway, so this 20-year-old or this 19 years old, this 18-year-old, this 21-year-old can just sit down and just think like, okay, I'm in Nigeria now, and like I want a better life for myself. Because no matter the best job you get, except it's like maybe 0.0000001% job, like maybe you're some politician or something, any career you get that is outside of Nigeria is always going to pay more than any career you're going to get in Nigeria. Like it's just fact, because like other places are developed. Like that's assuming you go to like US, UK, Canada, like all those type of places. Any career there is just always it's just always going to pay more, because like those are just more developed places than Nigeria. So it doesn't, literally doesn't matter, no matter how high you are, except like I said, you're like a 0.0001 politician or something like that, and you're going to make a lot more money than medical doctors in Canada. But someone like me, for example, can sit down and just be like, okay, I want to like have a better future for myself. I want to kind of get rich. I want to have like a good future for myself. And I just think like which career paths are actually really good. And I look, okay, medicine. Like they usually say STEM degree, so I think it's science, technology, medicine, and engineering. Yeah, I think so. STEM. So you can just look at it and say, okay, computer science. You can become like a programmer, computer scientist, cyber security guy, like anything programming, techie related. And just look like this is actually like a feasible career path. And I actually say, okay, like this is what I want to do. So this guy literally budgets the next 5 to 10 years of his life. Let's say 10 years. So he's going to go to uni for 4 years, like learn computer science, and he's going to actually be serious with it. Like if you see somebody like that actually devises that kind of plan, imagine this guy comes from like poverty or Nigeria or something. Like he just comes from like a background that his family and everything, they're not really good, and this guy works very very hard in school, like university. Actually takes the computer science stuff, and even outside of university it actually goes by himself, goes to learn as many things about programming and techie stuff as possible. Then this guy graduates, and like while he's going in school, he's still like finding scholarships and stuff. That type of person, like you guess, maybe 6 years later, he's working in Canada, some tech 9 to 5 jobs in Canada, making like $80,000 a year. That type of person now, people will not really glamorize. It doesn't sound as fancy as the entrepreneur who dropped out at 18 and started Facebook or something. It doesn't sound, but somebody like that, you can't help but respect that type of person. Like that person is really putting in work. Everybody's just getting that quality of these videos. It's turning to shit. Like someone like that, you can't help but respect that type of person. Like that person is actually putting in fucking work. So like that's what I'm trying to say. 9 to 5 are not bad, like at all. Somebody that like if I find a guy like that, maybe the guy has not yet migrated, but he's just still in school, or he's like bro, you can't help but respect that type of person. Like, that person is really on his shit. But the thing that pisses me off about school is most people don't have that type of mindset. Most people that are going to school are not like, I'm studying this because this is actually going to help me. Like I see where this is carrying me in the future. They're just there because first of all, they either don't know what they want to do with their life, which is majority of people, which is not really a bad thing, but at the same time it kind of is. But the second one is like they are studying bullshit degrees. Like I know many people that are studying stuff like foreign language, estate management, which other thing again? Trying to think like so stupid soil science, like just dumb degrees, Greek, all those type of kind of degrees. First of all, here in Nigeria alone, to find job for them is going to be very very hard. Then imagine like abroad, like you are probably that studying like fucking political science degree. It's probably not going to carry you, like it's not going to allow you to migrate. Like if maybe assuming you want to migrate to Canada, US or something, or even if you want to stay in Nigeria, like you're not going to see something good from studying like foreign language. You're gonna learn like German. Like it's almost like a complete waste of time. That's what pisses me about school, because majority of people, like to me, if you're not studying a STEM degree, or maybe it's not a STEM degree, you're studying like the political science, but if you don't like actually see a future in that thing, like you're just wasting your time. And the things like I was saying, if you don't plan on becoming like just like that guy described, if you don't actually plan on like grinding like that, that's not the type of grind you want to do. Nothing wrong, like everybody has different types of grind, but if that's not the type of grind you want to do, then like to me going to school is almost like a waste of time. But let's assume that like me, it's a waste of time, obviously, but for whatever reason you just find yourself here and you cannot leave. So I think the next thing to do is to actually start building your future. Like start actually working towards the future. And if you might say, oh, you don't know what you want to do, like now is the time you should discover what you want to do. Like actually start thinking about the stuff you want to do. Like sit by yourself, like just isolate yourself for like a week, a weekend, a few days, a month, something. I just spend it to think. And apart from just thinking self, try like experiment different things. Like search up as many different career paths as possible, as many ways of making money as possible. I just start experimenting with as many of them as possible. But anyways, as I was saying before, I don't want this video to be long. This video is already almost 10 minutes. As I was saying before, like I want to actually start to really think about my future. Because on one hand, like even though I don't plan on becoming like a software engineer, even though I'm technically studying computer science, like so the thing, like what do I now actually want to do? The vague ideas I just kind of have is I want to be like a YouTuber, I want to be like an online entrepreneur and everything, which is not like a bad thing at all, but it's kind of vague. So like I want to just naturally start thinking about it. Those are like more of the long-term stuff, and even stuff like like how would I put it? I just want this school year to be a little different from me, because it's kind of crazy that I just want to think about it. I'm literally in my third year now. So assuming no special events happens, like maybe COVID-19 or strike, or like no special events happens like that, like I'm probably going to be graduating next year, and that's so fucking crazy to me, bro. Like I'm graduating next year, where it feels like I literally started school like last year. So it's not last year I started shy, it was 2021. But it feels like I started school last year and I graduated this year. So it's like, how does that work? But anyways, so and it's like the last few years of my school career. Oh, sorry, sunset again. Oh, that's when I for sunset. Last few years of my school career, like I've just not really done anything. I've not just not really lived. It's like the last few years of my school career, the only two things I was focused on, or the only two things I was actually doing. The first one was just planning how to drop out of school, and the second one was just wasting time and just like watching YouTube videos almost every single day. So like I don't want to live that type of life again. Like I've chosen not to drop out of school. At least that's for now. But you know, like the thought of dropping out, it still comes to my mind. But I just like at least for now, until I actually see like a valid reason. Maybe I start making significant money. Maybe imagine I literally start making $3,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000 per month. Probably will drop out now. Because to me, it wasn't like part of graduation, but I might just finish, you know, just for finishing sake. But the reason I'm still thinking about it is like, you know, they'll say just 1 year left, just 1 year left. I think at least from what I'm kind of seeing, your last year, like your final year, is usually like the hardest of your university career. So just like 1 year left, like how does that really help? But anyways, I think the plan what I'm just trying to say is like I just want to start thinking more about my future. Like, how do I plan to make money this semester? How do I plan to live my life? You know, what are the goals I want to achieve? Like this school year, this semester, this stuff. You know, like do I want to get into dating? Do I want to have a relationship? Stuff like that. So do I still want to be single? Like I'm talking about relationship as if you know I have reasons that attractive girls and all that. But like it's just stuff like that. Like I don't really sit down to think about that stuff, and I want to like actually start planning on them more. So anyways, that's it for now. So yeah, maybe I'll do another update maybe later or tomorrow since everybody's already done. See you in the next one.